I'm with Dustin Trailin of your Rockville Braves. And Dustin, the month of October started with a win against the Ottawa Junior Senators, and then it was Cumberland and Smith Falls and Carleton Place. By the end of the month, you were going to find it where you're at.
Well, I think we're in a pretty good spot. I was pretty satisfied with the boys' effort that month. It wasn't an easy month. A couple of great teams that we played, and we fared pretty well against some of the heavy hitters. So, I all in all, I'm pretty satisfied where we're at right now.
Carleton Place, a big victory here, and then a resilient one to go to Carleton Place, tie that game up late, and get a point.
Yeah, we've been doing that, and that's one thing we've been preaching to the boys, and they've been responding is to the never say die, never quit attitude. And the last couple of games we've shown that. We've been down in games, and we've been able to come back, at least salvage a point. Hopefully we can get a little bit quicker start, get ahead today, and stay ahead.
The game last week, tight one. It looked like you just about had it with 2 seconds to go. It goes to a shootout. What was that game like from your vantage point?
Well, I think there was a costly penalty in the first period that kind of took the wind out of our sails a little bit, and we got down a couple goals, and we were able to battle back. Ryan Markovich, a new addition, came in, heavy slap shot from the point, tied the game. Really had the momentum, I thought, from that point on. Once we tied it till the end of the game, I think they were hanging on a little bit. And, goes to shootout, it's anyone's game. But all in all, I think the boys played pretty well, and we're looking for a good one tonight.
Additions, and of course last week, a big body on the back end with Markovic, as you just mentioned, impact right off the bat with a goal, but a nice physical presence back there. What did you like about him in acquiring him?
Well, I think, just talking about his first game, you throw him into the fire. He hadn't even practiced with the team. He didn't know anybody. I like his poise with the puck. I like his play away from the puck. I like his physicality. I like his shot. There's a lot to like about the young man, and he's a young man at that. He's a 97 birth year, so we have him hopefully for a couple of seasons. Really what we were looking for in that shutdown defenseman that could play in all facets, and we're really happy to have him.
Ian Johnson seems to be fitting in quite comfortably.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's filling the role we thought he would fill with us, and it's nice to have a upper echelon guy come in and really contribute. And like he has, he had a little bit of a slow start, but that's to be expected when you change teams, and he's really caught fire the last little while, and we're hoping he can continue.
Dustin, you put some letters on some sweaters this past week.
Well, we put the letter on Jack Billings, actually, and we kind of had a conversation with Jack, and it's a little bit different from how some teams do it. Some teams will go to a vote, and we basically let Jack said, we told Jack, who were the guys that he felt were, the two that would be most representative of, leaders in the dressing room. And he selected Jarvis and Trey. And we backed him 100%. And all the boys seem to be on the same page with that. So resounding sentiment is that we have the right three guys. And like I said, the room has a bunch of older guys that can lead. We have a bunch of captains. Dunleavy was a captain last year at Brunswick. Renda was a captain at St. Paul. We have a lot of guys that have filled that role before. So it's, it is a letter. It's important, and, they are respected as leaders, but we have a room full of them.
Other than having a good start tonight, what else would you like to see your team do well tonight?
Well, I'd like to score a few goals. I think, we've been hovering around the 2.5 to 3 goal a game range pretty much the whole season. I'd like to see us get a couple goals early, get a couple goals in the middle, and a couple goals late. But that's up to the boys at this point, and we're going to put them in a situation to do that.
Thanks for doing this as always. Good luck tonight, Dustin.
Thanks, Ian.
Dustin Trailin of your Rockville Braves. With Dale McTavish of the Pembroke Lumber Kings. Always nice to have the Kings back in town with a storied rivalry.
For sure. It's we've played Rockville the last 2 years in the playoffs also, so it's been a good rivalry, and it's been something that's been going on for a long time.
Pembroke Lumber Kings to date, how's the season been out of the chute?
Well, we had a real slow start. We lost the first 3, won 5 in a row, then kind of been up and down. We're looking for some consistency in our play, but I think we're starting to get there. But it's a process, and these guys are learning how to play the right way and learn how to play the way we want to play. So it's taken a bit of time, but hopefully we can start string some wins together and move up in the standings.
Dale, obviously it's got to be tough. No Pitachios and Boivins and Nellises and Chamberlains. They don't come around that often. You appreciate those.
Yeah, for sure. It was it's a different makeup this year of our team. We're defensively we're quite good. Good goaltending, but we don't have the firepower that we did last year, so we just have to play a different way, and we have to rely on 4 lines to do the job, and it has to be a complete team effort all the time.
And as of late, last 5-10 games, improvements?
Definitely, yeah, we're on the right track. It's just consistency that we're struggling with right now. We have a good game or a good period, and then we have a bad period or a bad game. So looking for some consistency in our play, and I think once we get that, we'll start to get some wins together.
Your last game, a narrow victory over Gloucester. It seems the Gloucesters and the Canadas can still be competitive.
Oh, definitely. They're obviously their record isn't what they want it to be, but they can beat any team on any night if you're not ready. And I think we got lucky. I think they probably deserved that win, and but we'll take it and hopefully learn from it, and hopefully have a much better effort here tonight.
How much do you know about this Brockville Brave team this year, or what have you heard?
Well, I know they have some firepower up front. We played them in the showcase, so it's been a while since we've seen them. But they got some real high end scorers, and we'll have to make sure we play well against them and check them and beware when they're on the ice because they can hurt you.
Thanks for doing this, Dale. Really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Dale McTavish of the Pembroke Lumber Kings. And with Jesse Blais of the Pembroke Lumber Kings, the Lumber Kings leading scorer. Not necessarily a newcomer to the CCHL, Jesse, one of the few players at year number 5. How's it been?
It's been a great experience, to be honest with you. Obviously, a long time in the league, and you learn a lot through the years. And overall, it's been a lot of fun.
You started off in Smith Falls?
Smith Falls. Yeah, Smith Falls when I was 16, and got traded for one of my good friends, Blaine Byron, when we were 17. And last year at around October, I ended up in Pembroke.
How different were you as a player back then, developing up to now?
I'd say around when I got traded to Kemptville, it definitely helped out my game. They relied on me a lot more there, and I got more comfortable with myself in the league, and I started producing, and it's been going well ever since then.
Pretty nice to come to an organization like the Pembroke Lumber Kings with the track record they've had over the years. Yeah,
for sure. Last year was a pretty special team with all the talent. I've never experienced something like that before. We're an older team for sure, and it's a great organization. Obviously, a lot of heritage there, and it's a great town with great fans, and it's something special for sure.
So the offensive role a little bit bigger for you now with them leaving. I mean, off to a great start. I think 23 points to lead the Kings. So good start.
It's definitely a different role this year. Last year you could rely on a lot of guys. We had probably 3 or 4 in the top 10 in scoring, and it was just a lot of firepower. So it's been good for me to have that role and be relied upon. It's nice.
Any particular line mates you've been played with more, or have you got a set unit as of late with Dale?
It's been juggling a bit lately, but hasn't been nothing really in particular. I've been playing with a few different guys, so seeing what clicks.
Jesse, thanks for taking the time to do this, and continued success.
Thanks a lot.
Jesse Blais, the Pembroke Lumber Kings. I'm with Ian Johnston of your Brockville Braves. I guess, Ian, the last time we chatted, a different uni. Big surprise coming to Brockville?
It was not too much of a surprise. Going to my last year of junior hockey, I knew that kind of went back to Canada, hoping, third year, hopefully this year we're we can compete and be there. But unfortunately, we're still a younger team rebuilding. So, it was the opportunity there was opportunity to get out and go to a competitive team, and Brockville jumped out, and I took it right away. I mean, there's no better place to play in the CCHL than right here, so I was really excited to get here.
Yeah, kind of a culture shock from playing with the Lasers and then coming over to a community team. Yeah,
it definitely is different playing in Canada for the last 2 and a bit years. It's a city team, and there's no way to hide that. It's tough to get people to come out, especially with the Sens so close and the 67s and all the other junior A teams in the area. But here in Brockville, everyone in the community cares, and they know what's going on. They follow you, so it's nice, but it's also more pressure because you got a whole community behind you. So it's definitely a new experience, and it's fun.
Ian, what does Dustin expect from you? Your early chats after the trade?
I definitely think foremost I'm brought in to provide offense and work on that side of the game. But I mean, just being an offensive guy, you never get one extra break on the defensive side of the puck. I mean, he doesn't expect you to do anything offensively unless you have your assignment, your position, 100% defensively first every single time. So although there's a expectation to score, there's no other expectation other than playing defense first, and that's always kind of the main goal and what he preaches.
You came to the Braves and it looked like obviously an adjustment period and trying to fit in a bit, and then you've got red hot.
Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously coming to a new team after quite a while in another team, it's different. You got to get used to the new guys and the new systems, how everyone plays, and credit to everyone on the team, management, everyone around that they made it really easy for me to transition. But I guess there's no secret. It's tough, and it took a few games for me to fit in and see my position on the team and how the team plays and all that. And I think I've done that with that now, and I feel comfortable at home here now.
Must feel, let's say, it must be a lot of fun that you're not the main center of interest for the opposition anymore.
Right. I mean, you can't really not talk about how much skill we have in this team, and so if a team thinks that myself or someone else is the biggest threat in the team, then they'll focus on them, and that opens up other guys. So on some night I might be the focus, and then any other of our top 9 forwards, top 12, anyone's really a threat, and all of them can score on any given night. And so if they cover me, those guys can score, and if they choose to cover another guy, then that opens up a little more ice than I'm used to, and so it works out really well for the whole team.
You've had a few line mates that makes the adjustment. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it's been amazing. Every single person I've played with, it's just been kind of almost instant chemistry, and it's just everyone's a good player, and so everyone's really easy to play with. So you share the puck, move the puck, and everyone makes the right smart play, and it works out really well.
Nice first goal. Nice timing. Carleton Place Canadians slay the big dragon here. Special night here. We've obviously, and everybody in the league's had trouble with them the last few years, but huge night.
Yeah, I guess you can't ask for a better time to pop your first goal with the new team. I mean, not just personally, but I mean, any team beating Carleton Place, it's no secret that they're a top team in this league, and they have been for a while. So any night that you're able to beat those guys, it's definitely a big win for the team. And I was lucky enough to pop in the goal, but I mean, it was a whole 60-minute effort by every single guy on the team. So it was definitely a nice win for us.
Looking forward to Lake Superior State next year.
Yeah, I'm really excited. They're nothing but good thing to say about everybody's at school and all the management, the coaches, everything have been so nice to me, and so I can't wait to get up there next year.
Thanks for doing this. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks for having me.
Ian Johnson of your Brockville Braves.